Hey guys, if you enjoy the content of my videos, you can like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notices of my uploads of all my videos, and also comment down below. Okay y'all, I'm here today to get right into it. Today is Saturday, October 17th. It's 11:30 a.m. Saturday morning. 11:30 a.m. New York time. I'm getting into this story today, like I said, about conspiracy theories. This is Conspiracy Theories We Need to Know Part 2. Today, as some of you might know, is a day that they're saying, well, QAnon posts people, guys, people, groups, they're trying to say that they believe that October 17th is the day that we will see JFK again. And to tell you the truth, I was kind of wishing and hoping, and plus also, I kind of thought in my mind that it would be a good idea, because I wanted to see, well, it would have explained a lot of things if he were still alive. And that's why I kind of hoped he was. And I also kind of hoped we would see the others alive still. They say that Michael Jackson and Princess Di and all these others are still alive, and it would have been nice if that is true. So, I don't know. Stranger things have happened. But they were saying today was the day that JFK Jr. is going to come out and expose himself and say, hey, I'm alive and all this there. Now, I don't know. Today is Saturday. I guess we just have to wait and see what happens or what goes on. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't really fan anything, really. A lot of people were saying that, he was still alive because of, the blue check on his thing and stuff like that. But I'm talking about this because I believe that there is something going on, and it might involve the Kennedys, because it is something that has been going on ever since John Kennedy Sr.'s assassination, and that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm researching. But it's a strong, clear indication, even though these are conspiracy theories. And remember, this is the disclaimer, that these are just my thoughts, my ideas, my opinions, my little thoughts, my little ideas, opinions, and my little beliefs. These are not anything that will be true or factual. These are just for entertainment, talking points only. Nothing that I'm saying is going to be true or factual. If it comes out to be true or factual, it's not being done intentionally. Okay, so now that it is October 17th, I thought to myself, I say, well, let me do the part 2 to this. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I've been researching stuff. So it goes along with what I am suspecting, that a lot of people were saying that JFK Jr.'s account, it has a blue check, and and he's always posting and all these other things, and that Q is I guess his call letter or whatever, and that's okay. I don't know, but it does bring to mind that ever since the assassination of his father, there has been like a strange thing ever since really the assassination of his uncle, Robert Kennedy. When he was assassinated, it seems like something went on, like something opened up, like some sort of secret investigation or something. And like I had said in the first video of this, that that there were secret agencies. Now there is a secret agency over the chair of the president of the United States, and it's something that even the president can't get close to unless they tell him. And I believe it's run out of this. I think it's run out of the Secret Service, but I don't know. But whatever it is there, and it protects the very chair of the president. So it wouldn't be a far-fetched to say that the president's chair now has an investigation over it, and that we right now don't really have a president. We might have had selectively picked Trump as president, and in a lot of ways, a lot of times I don't think we really did. I think he was put there. And I think he was put there because of his connections to all these people that they feel are enemies of the United States. And I guess they picked him because of his ideology or whatever. But like how I said, I don't think that President Trump is really the president. Matter of fact, I think President Trump is in some sort of, or was in some sort of detainment. And like how I said, like a lot of people said, there's two President Trump. I believe there was three. One is just his bodyguard, and another one, for some strange reason, to me, the other one looked to me like he could have been a Kennedy. I'm not saying he was John Kennedy or even John, or he could. I'm just saying he could have been one of the Kennedys, because he didn't look like President Trump to me. He had the same look as President Kennedy's family, the same gestures and stuff like that. And of course, it couldn't be JFK himself, because he's a lot older. But I don't know who it could have been, but I knew it wasn't Trump. And one of them, like I said, is a black man, and I'm not sure who he is, but you can tell it's a black man because of the pigment in his skin, and also his body, the way his body is built. Ever since I've done that first video, I don't see them anymore. I see the real Trump now, especially when he got the COVID. That's who I see now. I don't see the other one. Well, I do see the other one, the bodyguard. The bodyguard was the one that was on the stage with Biden. That was the bodyguard. And you knew it was the bodyguard because he doesn't do the same movements as Trump. He doesn't do the hand gestures. You know, Mr. Trump is very animated. That guy is he doesn't do that. He's very angry. And you know, in my opinion, I think that's the, well, he's a security guard, so he must be some form of a police agent or something. And I don't think that he's like doing it to like take over Trump's place. I think he's his bodyguard. So anytime they feel that Trump is in trouble, this man shows up. And every time Trump had an assassination attempt or a threat, that one bodyguard, he always shows up dressed like him. He doesn't walk like him. He doesn't have the same stature as him. He doesn't do the same animated hand movements and mouth movements as him at all. The only thing he does is get mad when he talks. So to me, that has to be some sort of an agent, and he's angry because he knows who he's talking to. And that's what I believe. I think and believe. That's my conspiracy theory on it. I believe the agency is led by a black woman. I think that she's the last one at the thing, and it's going to be a black woman that we don't know. It's not who y'all think it is. It's nothing. That person might have had started that type of investigation, but it's not her. And she's going to be pissed when she finds that out. So, but anyway, y'all, I think that this was important for us to find out about it, and for us to look at it. You know, these people have been in office. When John started that magazine, he started to try to expose them. And that could be another reason why he's not here today. And plus the fact that he was destined to become a president. But he started to expose them just like his father tried to expose him and his uncle tried to expose him. And he came out and was saying these things. And this is why maybe Q tried to latch on to him. Maybe if he is not gone, I think that he would be a conspiracy, but I wouldn't think of him to be involved with Q. I think he would be more of anonymous. And a lot of people might not agree with that, but that's what I think. I don't, like I said, I don't trust Q. I don't believe that that's real. I think that that's just some sort of a fad or something. And like how I had said, there's so many layers to this. This is why, a lot of people are confused, and you see all the turmoil. We get to actually see it physically, all the turmoil and everything. And you see how much power these people have. I mean, we can't fight whatever this power is. A lot of it, in my opinion, is something that is spiritual, something that we can't see, and we're not equipped to fight it. Now that they have all these different things going on and these people are coming down and we're starting to see that and we're awakened, we're starting to see that. We're starting to see how to fight and how to try to fight. And we need to be able to figure out who to trust and who to listen to, and also listen to ourselves. Now, as they're fighting, I think that we have to sit back and watch, because we really can't do nothing else because of the astonishment of it. These people that are fighting like this, they're fighting elitists, and they're fighting people who believe in certain deities and entities, and they believe in all this stuff. And right now it looks as if, to me, like a whole lot of them are in trouble. I think they might have messed up. They didn't do what they were supposed to do, and now the other side is winning and they're not. And so I think a lot of them are in trouble. That's why you see so many of these stars coming out and doing all these different things. Oh, and also you see when how they're just unraveling, and it's you can see it now. I think that we need to keep going forward with it, and in keeping working with these people who are gone. It would have been nice to see JFK Jr., because it would have explained a lot, because I thought that it just would explain so many things going on if he were alive, or even if his father was alive still, or his uncle, or one of them were alive, or even if the Kennedy family themselves were taking over the chair of the president and working with law enforcement and whatever to try to rein these people in, because that's what you would need. You would need people involved that know these people and that had decided to work for good instead of for whatever they're, for the overall good. And that would have explained a lot, and it would have explained why so many of them were failing. But like how I said, I do believe that there's an agency over the chair of the White House. I do believe that there is things that are connected to otherworldly things. These people worship deities and entities that we don't know of. They had machines like the harp and all these other machines that were creating portals and having things come out of these portals. And I believe right now they're in trouble with these deities and things, because I believe that somehow we might have gotten rid of some of those deities, some of those entities, or they're so busy fighting that they don't know what to do with themselves. That's why I tell everyone, it doesn't matter what religion you are right now, you need to draw close to whatever you believe in. If it's good or bad or whatever, these guys, they're going to draw close to their entity And maybe some of us who believe in something that we feel is fundamentally good, we need to draw close to that and ask that entity to help us to deal with what we're about to see, because I believe there's going to be disclosures. I believe it has something to do with things that we've never seen before. Whenever people talk about aliens and all that other stuff, and I know I'm going off track, a lot of times they're talking about angels and other deities and other entities and stuff that are around us. That's all that is. When they talk about otherworldly stuff, I believe these people worship something, and that would cause them to have what they have, is as in with that. To me, it seems like they have a lust for our blood and our our DNA and stuff like that. It's just crazy to me. And but they're coming down, and it seems like it's going back and forth. Right now, like I said, I don't think we have a president over the United States. I believe we have ideologies, and it's whatever ideology you vote for, that's what is going to be put into the White House. I don't think Joe Biden's running. I don't think Kamala Harris is running. It's their ideology. And I think sometime after they get into office, it's going to be revealed, or after the election, it's going to be revealed. I think that Barr and Dunham are not on the up and up with the president, or who they think is the president. Because remember, they don't know that they don't know what's going on. Comey never knew what was going on. All these other people, but you do know about these investigations, because you can see when you look at what happened with the peace talks last month with Trump, and I believe in the Middle East he had some sort of peace talk, and those people signed treaties and stuff. Those weren't treaties. Those were them agreeing to the investigations that are going on. But again, if Q is real, it's real. If not, it's not. I just don't trust it, because it's always saying you have to interpret their messages. And if you interpreted it wrong, it's all your fault. I mean, to me, they don't give definite messages. They don't give definite information. They do the same thing as everyone else do. They research, or they find something else that someone else has said, and they research it and all that other stuff, That's just how I feel about it. The reason why I do think that this is important is because right now there's a lot of things going on within the whole establishment thing, the whole elitist groups and all of this other stuff. This stuff has a lot of indications of something that is being taken down that we can't see. Some sort of establishment or ruling or whatever is being taken down, and we can't see it. It's something that we can't really see physically, or we're starting to see it physically, but not the way that we think that it should be seen. And as it's coming down, we're starting to realize and be awoken to the fact that as it's coming down, we can rise up. So that's what I'm thinking. And I think we have to be ready for it. We have to be ready for something unexpected that we don't know or necessarily might believe. And like how I said, these people are in trouble. They're in trouble with something. We don't know what it's gonna be, or what's going on. But it feels as though the gig is up for them, and whatever it is that they're involved with is coming. Either it's coming to get it's whatever. It's old. Some people have sold their soul, so maybe something's coming to get whatever they're supposed to get, or maybe it's deities are saying, hey, they messed up, they gotta go. And if something were to happen like that, and you saw something that weird happen, would you give up those celebrities, those rich people and stuff? Would y'all give those people up? Be like, here, take them. We don't want them. I would, because they would do that to us with no thought about it. And also with the way that they have done things, they've caused things to happen that shouldn't be happening. So this is like a very bad battle. And like how I said, I think it's better off fought with Trump in office to allow him to fight these people, because we ourselves, we can't fight them. It's become an American issue. That's the only thing I could deal with what is happening in this country. It's becoming an American issue where you have white and black Americans. Black America needs to realize, African Americans need to realize, real African Americans that are here, we don't have motherland. So we kind of need to let these people, let people like Trump and them fight these people. Biden is not for us. If you look at his last 47 years, he's not for us. Neither is Camilla. She laughed as two men. It seemed like she's laughing as two men were executed for something that they didn't even do, and she knew. So I don't understand why, or what is the big thing of why we have to go and we have to get Trump out of office versus a person who is shown to worship. It does seem as though they worship certain things and they believe certain things. With Biden, nobody ever questioned his thoughts on that Medicare or Medicaid issue. When he did that town hall with Trump, and he quietly said, he has a Medicare for all and all of this other stuff, and for the poor people we have a specific plan. I know back 15 years ago I did a research on the Obama administration doing medical plans for people who were in the army, the vets. That's why the vets don't like Barack Obama's administration, a lot of them. He did some sort of medical plan for them, right? He wanted soldiers to sign life insurance policies. And every time a soldier would die, it was something that they were trying to get in. I don't know if it was Obama himself, but his people, maybe they were trying to get in. I'm not too sure. But they were trying to get it passed. And the vets and all of them didn't want that to happen. People didn't want that to happen. So they fought it. But it was something that they wanted to put back into play. So that was before Obamacare came out. They said that they were going to try to work this back into legislation later, in a later piece of legislation, which would have been Obamacare, to where people would have to sign life insurance policies when they sign up for Medicaid or medical. And this was aimed for the most poorest people. This was a long time ago. It was like 15, 16 years ago. And, I just remember researching something like that. I'm not really sure what happened with it. I know that they fought that part of the legislation to have life insurance policies for vets, because they will be making money all day long. And if they wanted to go and put that into something like Medicare or Medicaid for anyone, for everyone, then there's, you can only imagine what they would do. And then also with the pro-abortion stuff, and it's just, these people, in my mind, they're not good people, and they believe a certain thing that I don't think that it's not good for us as part of the human race. I don't think we should be doing those things. But it's their belief, so I don't know. I just don't think that we should be. But if they did have a power or a piece of legislation that says that they can put life insurance on a whole group of poor people, imagine what they can do to us. It's something that we won't survive. And plus the fact of the matter is, they have already legislation written up. Not legislation, but a plan written up for people who are from India. It's a reparations plan. Kamala Harris is ready to sign that for people who live in India that have come to America. They said that they've done so much for the American country that we need to pay them. So So I agree with them. If y'all guys agree with them, then y'all need to vote Biden in and let them pay these people that have done so much for our country without getting anything in return. So, but I digress. Now, the way I see it though, all the things that are happening, they're happening for a reason. And like how I said, we ourselves can't fight this. Whatever this is, we don't have the resource to fight it or even the stamina. We're usually fighting each other. And it's really sad because white Americans and black Americans are fighting each other over the very one freaking common thing, racism. We're fighting each other and we all we got. Because whatever this is, this George Soros, army, nation, whatever they are, they are equipped and we're not equipped. Sometimes you got to sit back and just let them do whatever they got to go do. And when it comes down to you, you have to be able to discern what to do. Just like with the Ice Cube doing the contract, I had told y'all, I've been telling y'all ever since I started this podcast, that Trump is a businessman. He sees things certain ways. And I don't know why I saw it that way, but I from my growing up and sometimes being around his groups of people and stuff, because he did a lot of stuff around, working with inner city kids and stuff like that. You could tell he's a businessman. He loves that. He just loves it. That's what he is. I don't know what type of success he's had or whatever's going on with him. I know that something went on with him and it caused a lot of damage, and I guess he's very hurt or upset with these people. I don't know. But whatever it was, he's a businessman. That's all he likes to do. That's where he just relishes at, right? So in that being, I thought and knew that this was the opportunity for a lot of us as African Americans to go ahead and try to, all we can do is ask. Ain't nobody ever really asked, just for African Americans. I'm not hating on immigrants or whoever else. I'm just saying for African America, everybody else asked and they got it. And they got it because of laws that were passed for us. So why can't we ask? And just like with the Ice Cube thing, why couldn't he ask? Why was he being called a sellout? But when we saw all of our leaders go over to Netflix, and Netflix produces a video, a movie of little black girls dancing and doing all this other stuff, we applauded the fact that our leaders that are supposed to have the decorum and the self-respect and dignity to tell these people, no, we're not going to sell out. Instead, they sell out, and we congratulate them for getting that bag. And then a couple of months later, they're showing all these crazy movies and still discriminating and still doing all this stuff. And we're sitting here like, oh, well, Netflix shouldn't have done that. But you're still applauding these people. That's why you have to know how to discern. And this is why we would never be able to be equipped to fight with these people, because we don't know who to fight. We're so anxious and worried about everyone becoming our friend and caring about us and loving us, and because it sounds so ridiculous. So what he told so what Trump told the KKK to stand back or whatever he said, right? We know he's like that. We know this. We know what that stuff is. But what we don't know is what is Biden. And from what we are hearing, we don't know it. We just know it as conspiracy theory, that they're doing this, they're doing that. We just know it as conspiracy theory. We don't know it as real truth. We know that they are in trouble. Black people really need to wake up on this. I mean, it's just... But like how I said, I told them that I told y'all a long time ago, ever since I started this podcast, you needed to get your contracts ready. You needed to get your stuff ready and deal with this man. They took my idea, and in a way I don't mind, but I don't like the fact that people would say that it was there solely. No one else was saying it. And I'm not saying I was the only person saying it. But I did say it. And I told him, well, maybe you should start this like 6 months ago because you would have had more traction. But hey, it is what it is. It's however it is. But did you see how the backlash he got from Black Americans supposed to be? Are you serious? So then you know that there's something else controlling it. Biden's not ever going to do anything for the Black community because we are their money, and we also are, I believe, the key to their bloodlust, because these people, it seems like that's what they want in their culture and in their beliefs, their religious beliefs. That's what I think. I'm not saying that it's true or not, but that's what I think. I think that they might have that type of a lust, and would want to use us. And Black people, we're not going to be the first to annihilate, because they have to get rid of white America. And white America don't even understand that. They have to get rid of them because they have more power. They have power. Black people are just stupid. We can't even fight our way out of a paper bag because we're too busy fighting each other. And the Ice Cube thing was the biggest thing. This man is sitting here with some sort of a contract or whatever that he has a promise that Trump has to pay. It would be good if he would have gotten him to sign it before the election, but it is what it is. Y'all didn't listen, so they listened at the last minute. I don't know. I'm not that influential. I'm just the person that they take their ideas from and never get any credit for it, I guess. But I'll digress. Now, if you need my ideas that bad, why don't you just hire me as one of your researchers and just pay me for it, since I'm shadow banned and I'm being blocked and no one can hear me. Okay, so there. But anyway, this thing is so big to where we ourselves cannot fight it. So we're going to have to let white America fight it. Because even though white Americans, majority, don't realize that this is the best thing for them, and like how reparations is the best thing, because we're not ever going to get, no matter how much he gives us, we're not ever going to be able to get, because he's not going to do anything that does not benefit him and his people. They're going to rise up a whole lot more than what we could ever do, because they're ahead of us anyway. But we need to move ourselves into that realm to where we can at least try to move ourselves up better. That's what the civil rights activists did in 68 and all these other times. They knew they weren't going to get as high as them, but we had to work with what we had, because we can't, systemically, as a group, we won't ever make it. I mean, the man had gotten a contract together and they were shocked that he responded. I told you he would respond. He's a businessman. He's doing that to make himself bubble. Y'all just don't get it. Y'all always say, oh, we're part of the game. And you're congratulating those who are hurting you, who are killing you, who are stealing from you. Congratulating this one on getting that bag at any means necessary. But when it comes to you getting that bag, oh no, we can't do that. We're not supposed to. Or it comes to helping each other. We can't do that unless they do what we're supposed, what we want them to do, or like us. And it's so sad. It's pathetic. It's like, oh, they have to do the stuff we like them to do. They have to like us. They're not going to like us. They're hurting us. So you need to get up. I'm not even going to try to tell you what to do, but you should have a freer mind, to take care of what you have to take care of. Stop saying that you running the game, but every time the game is put in your face, you running away scared. This is the game. Those people sold out and got themselves into heck, and now they need us. Any other time, we're not even thought of. Look how they tried to do. First, they were going to give immigrants all these things, and they couldn't do that. Immigrants turned against them. Then they were going to give it to other people, and they were going to do this. Now it's down to people who are from India that have a reparations bill from Kamala Harris getting ready to sign. So what are you going to do? I mean, this is, I believe so. She does have one. I'm not sure. Maybe she does. I'm quite sure she has some sort of a bill that's going to help people from India. Now, what are you going to do? Sit there and say, okay, well, we don't want $500 billion because he's just not going to give it to us. We just don't like him. Y'all stupid. Whenever it came to Barack doing business, you think he wouldn't take $500 billion? He's not going to care if that man hated. He knows those people didn't like him because of his skin color. Are y'all out y'all mind? Yeah, y'all playing the game. Y'all running the game. Y'all run them games, right? You mean to tell me all those people that should have had dignity, courage, and morals, and all of that, right? They went and they sold out, went to Netflix. They should have had all of that. Sold out, right? Got paid. Everyone congratulated them, but they were supposed to have dignity. They knew that Netflix was the way it was. And then Netflix shows a movie the way that they did, and nobody holds them accountable. And then they tell us, oh, you still need to vote for us because we're here for you. Come on now. What world is that? So the way I see it is we're not selling out. We're trying to get some money here. We're trying to do something. And I think that people should go with Trump. He's the only one that can fix the economy anyway. He's the only one that will do that because he needs the help. He needs the money. So when he bubble, we bubble up somewhat. Not as much as they do, but we'll bubble up somewhere. And it'll be better for us because we don't have a country. We don't have Africa coming and calling us saying, come back to Africa, we'll help you. We don't have that. We don't have no other country. What are we going to do? Other countries would just use us. Even worse. And you look at the other countries, what are they doing with people with melanated skin? They're putting them back in slavery. They're killing them. They're using their DNA. They're doing all types of crazy things. So you think that we're going to survive if white America, which tries to hold itself up as the pious bird that it tries to do, not pious bird, but pious person that it tries to do, you think that when those white Americans are gone, we stand a chance and we are the ones with the contract? We are the ones with the power to say, what about an injustice? Why do you think so many people got up and marched when George Floyd got killed? Because it was a way to help further their own agenda. Like I said, whenever black people decide enough is enough and they get up, African Americans decide that enough is enough and they get up and they go to stand the fight, people run right in back of them. Of course, because we have a claim to something. And you guys don't know how to claim it. You guys don't know how to play the game. You can't play the game because you're always still fighting with each other, sabotaging each other, putting each other down. You're still sabotaging the black woman. I keep hearing black men whine every day that they're the ones that are so maligned. They're maligned the most. No, it's not. It's the African American. It's the African woman. It's the black woman. The darker she is, the worser she gets treated. She gets stolen from. She gets blamed. She gets accused. And then they turn around and up and help the wrong people. And then they wonder why they get hurt. They wonder why they don't like us. Well, they don't like you because you don't even honor the person that gave you life, that decided to carry you in their belly and make you an eternal being. That's why they don't like you. They think you're stupid. And I don't want to ever come off like this, but and I don't like to, because I like to be nice at every turn. But it's frustrating when someone will sit there and pick stuff up from you and then still laugh at you while you're shadow banned. and they don't even know why they have so many listeners. They're doing that. They're giving you the platform because they know you're a fool anyway. There, I said it. So, however, I'm trying to get across the point that black people now, y'all need to vote Trump in. You know, when you try to give real information, it seems like people don't want it. They want you to say stuff to have you like them or show that you like them. They don't owe you that. It's business. I told y'all that before. I said it was business. That's the only reason why they're talking to you. And you better learn that it's business. But you don't go sabotaging each other. You don't go hurting each other. That's why we can't fight whatever George Soros is or whatever's going on. We don't have that fight. The only thing we have is our contracts, is our rights. And that's why we need to help ourselves and to help our community systemically, with our black systemic groups. That's what we need to help ourselves, to use that injustice to help ourselves. And that's what Trump is taking advantage of and trying to get us to see that we need each other right now, because we don't have no other thing. I think that we should just vote Trump. Let him come in and we try to fix ourselves, and we'll have time to fix ourselves. Like I said, we'll have time with Trump. With George Soros people, it's to me, in my opinion and in my belief, they have a belief system that is totally so off-world and so, I don't think we would make it. Like I said, they will have us walking around as life insurance policies. All of us Americans. And that's because I believe they have a bloodlust. So I think that we should just vote Trump in, try to get him in. And anything that happens, like any disclosures or anything, we need to be ready for that. So in closing, if these things are coming about because of there's some sort of end game or something that's about to happen, or disclosure or whatever, if the aliens decide they're going to land on the White House lawn and said, hey, we're here, we're coming to do this or this or whatever, we need to be able to discern that. If God is coming back, we need to be able, and he's like, hey, I'm here, all these people got to go, it's judgment time, or whatever entity these people worship decides to say, hey, you got to come back with me, or whatever, it's time for them to pay up. A lot of them sell their souls, so what are they selling their souls to? So if that happens, or if there's asteroid coming towards Earth, or the Earth has decided to get up and speak, Mother Earth has finally gotten up and decided to say something to humanity, are we going to be able to discern to receive it, or what? We have to be prepared for all those weird conspiracy theories, as well as regular thoughts that might happen that are not otherworldly, that are of this world. What if it comes out that the president is not the president? What if it comes out that there is a secret agency running the world, or most of the world? Like how I said, a lot of these peace treaties that Trump is signing and going on, that he's not doing that. Those are people agreeing to testify, to do this, to do that. Remember, this police officer, if it's a female black woman, she has a whole lot on her plate, and she has a big stick to smack the mess out of a whole lot, because she's trying to put together a case where she's putting presidents and heads of states in jail or detainment, or even worse, charging them with things. And this doesn't, whenever these type of people are under investigation, like I said, it's not like the regular thing like Q is saying that all these people are in jail or they've just been executed. And no, it's not like that. These people are too powerful for that. So they're not in jail yet, because they're still wielding their power. If they were in jail or detained, what it was is that otherworldly creature or entity that's not there anymore. So they don't have that other power. And that's why I tell people that they need to get closer to their other power, their higher power, because these people did. But whatever that higher power is probably not as strong anymore. And and it might be angry at them. We don't know. But I know that they're trying to get up and leave, but every time they leave, they come right back. So I don't understand that much. But whatever is going on, it'll be revealed. And they said it was supposed to be for today, October 17th. I don't know. Q said it. I don't know. So I don't know. It'll probably come out that it was a misinterpretation tomorrow. I don't know. But whatever it is or whatever's going on, we need to be able to discern ourselves. And, this is another idea y'all can go ahead and take, because, I've heard other people say we need to learn to discern. So, and you can't always say that it's going to be what you think it's going to be. You have to discern it and be able to understand. And like how I said, I wish to goodness MJ was still alive, or I wish to goodness Princess died, because I would love to see those people, and see what they would have become, But hey, it is what it is. It is how it is. So I think that we need to be able to discern and be able to also help each other. Stop laughing at another person because they're shadow banned, for the real fact of their words are what is effective. And like how I said, if that's the same thing, you need content. You need proof. You need someone on your team that could write better for you. And I mean, I go through this all day long, not even with me doing the blogging, just me having a freaking Facebook post gets swiped. So I don't understand that. Anyway, if that's the case, you need to just hire me. I need the money. Hire me. If that's the case, don't go out there with my ideas. But like how I said, with the contract that Ice Cube did, you saw how the backlash was of it, because they thought it wouldn't work. Or they thought that he wouldn't wake up enough to go and try something like that. That was something that I suggested. Go do it. Try it. He should have tried it earlier, because he would have had more leverage, but it is what it is. It's how it is, And if he keeps it only just for African Americans, because that's what Trump wants, only for African Americans, because that's where he's going to get his money, And like how I said, it's going to be individually. He's going to put that money individually in people's hands, because that's what's going to help him. And also and we need to be prepared for that. We don't have any systems. If someone swiped my idea like that and looked me in my face and laughed at me, I know not to trust y'all. So it's already broken. It's already failed. It's already, just messed up. We can't vote for Biden. Biden has bloodlust. They want to use us. I think, in my opinion, they want to use us for our melanin. Our skin color means something. It's valuable. And these people have a bloodlust. At least Trump doesn't have a bloodlust. He doesn't believe in that. So we won't survive if Biden becomes president. No one that's American will survive. White America will get abolished, wiped out first. Then African Americans, hey, we the icing on the cake. So I hope Black America doesn't screw themselves this time. But I don't know. All I know is that I'm voting Trump. Like I said, I'm voting Trump. I'm voting him into the White House. And then I want to vote for the House. I'm going to try to vote all Republican. And then for the Senate, I might do half Democrat, half Republican. Or I might do all Democrat for the Senate. And then locally, I will try to find Black Republicans. If I can't find Black Republicans, I'm looking at moderate Democrats. I don't want the crazies. I don't want the extreme left, because they were going to punish the heck out of everyone locally. If you vote blue locally, they are going to hurt you. Don't do that, because that's how they won before. That's how they got amassed so much power before. And when all their leaders go to jail, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put their little bean pods into their little local community so that they can come back. So when they come back, they can have already a team. Don't do that. If you want to vote locally, split the ticket. Do Republican and Democrat locally, or moderate Democrat, not the extreme liberal. Please don't do that to us, because locally, that's when they get all the money from. So please don't do that. But that's my analysis of it. I think that Cube should take the money, or try to get him to give at least $1 trillion as a start, and then move on from there. And then when he goes to set up that money, Trump is not going to hand Ice Cube that money. He better not. He better go and hand that $500 billion to people individually, and then let us decide what we're going to do with our money. Because either way, that's going to help him. If he does it individually, that's going to help him. That's what's going to help him. If he hands it all over to them in lump sums like that, they're not going to distribute that money to us at all. And that's why all those other stars are angry at Ice Cube, because now he has access to $500 billion. And they're not going to have access to any money, because after Trump gets back into office, they're all going to jail. And like how I said, it's not going to be Trump being in charge of that office. Like I said, Pence is the vice president, but I'm not sure who's the president, or who's making the laws of the president. But Pence is the vice president, and this is all going to come out after. I'm thinking before the election. That's what I really think. But it might come out after the election. I don't know. I don't know what's holding them up, or why they're holding up. But if it's after the election, then, we're going to have to, because what we're voting for is ideologies. If we vote Biden in, we're going to vote that ideology and that type of people in. And we can't do that, because their ideology is to just destroy everything and have destroyed Black and white America. And then to have George Soros have his nation, or, really the United States is considered its own galaxy in their world and in their mind. But if we vote Trump, we'll have a chance. That's all we need. Is a chance to go higher. Well, you can like, comment, and subscribe. I'll talk to you later.